I didn't have the team that goes on the floor. I had a robot. The robot. Nah, I used to play 3 times. Get lazy. Okay, y'all. That's her right there. I'm trying my best thing, bring my proper thing. I was finna go to the mall, but I decided not to go to the mall. And then I'm glad I came where I came. I don't know if I told y'all about the coffee shop in my neighborhood, but I came here. I told them I was gonna go to the mall. She's like, "No, stay, stay here." Because I was did you use the light bulb to check it out? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. No, we didn't have any, one of your favorite. You have coffee? Then I'm over here dressed and stuff up in a way where it's like, you know, thank you, Melanie. I ain't know. I was holding off on wearing it. I feel like it was childish outfit, literally. But I honestly was coming here because, well, it came out. I wanted to do some research and get out into nature and stuff so my brain and my mind can be more expanded. I come up with an idea, y'all, because y'all know how I've been doing all the healing stuff and I do it through talking and things like that too. But I just stumbled across something, and I need to just get some more products to go with it. It's like some nice things, some good equipment. You understand that to help me with the healing and things like that. That way I can be a little bit more hands on with what I do. Okay. So I got some stuff, but it's like something I want to be doing. It's like I'm not talking about it right now. I'm doing good, y'all. That's crazy. I just had a nice talk with an older man. I was just talking with an older man, and he asked me if I married y'all. I told him I was. I told him I was. So yeah, there's some stuff I gotta do. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna be talking too much. And then plus it's like my internet is messed up. Okay. I got AT&T for some reason only the Wi-Fi work and not the phone. Also real shit, you hear me? For some and I think it's just my neighborhood. I think it's just the neighborhood because our neighborhood got its own Wi-Fi connection. It got its own everything. But for some reason it don't work at my house either. At first it was, so everything was running way more smoothly. Now I could barely check my bank account apps and things like that over there. So, but I'm focused on some other stuff anyways. So I was finna go out and do research to see what other things I need. Okay, I got a few creams and stuff like that. I guess I need some more, and I'm working on developing my own. It's like for like muscle therapy. Okay, muscle therapy and things like that. Mainly because I think I want to start working with the athletes and stuff like that. Outside of me doing tarot and all of that type of stuff, I want to start working with people doing like when they be injured and stuff like that, using my gifts and stuff to help them heal, but also other things. So I'm gonna start doing it professional. And then I curl my hair a little bit. It's not that warm today. And I thought it was. It kind of is. I ain't gonna lie, I feel good as hell, y'all. I've been getting more sleep, more rest period, because rest don't entail you just going to sleep, right? Just literally just lounging around and things like that. Literally relaxing. And I got my nails done. I already messed up one of 'em. So yeah, y'all, more than likely, I'm probably not gonna be talking as much as I used to be talking. Definitely not probably gonna be doing the tarot readings that much, unless I really need to. Like, I'm ready to be normal, y'all. Oh my God, I'm ready to be normal, y'all. And this ain't me saying what the mother girls be saying. They be like, I'm done doing that. It's the devil's work. That's not how I feel at all. I just feel like it's time for me to get back what we was talking about the other day. Mainly I was talking to y'all. Like it's time to get down to business. We done did our spiritual strength training, our intellectual strength training, all that type, mental strength training, emotional, all of that type of stuff. Now it's time to physically, you know what I'm saying, put in that work physically, get down to business and things like that. So that's where I'm at. Gotta be balanced. Can't just be too far into the spirit in the spirit world and shit while we living in the world, in the real world, the earth. I'm even going to be exercising a little bit more and stuff. So that part, I actually did want to talk to y'all because whose leg been hurting? The right leg. Yesterday I did something, but it was like something that was like I was feeling random pain, you understand? And I know I shouldn't be feeling it, right? So I prayed it away. And I just want to know because I remember some stuff from the past. Like somebody is having some issue with their right leg, okay? And the person you could think is your knee, it's not your knee, okay? It's something else. It's like right before the knee, okay? Um, and you could be thinking about going to get surgery on your knees or something. You could have talked to a doctor or a specialist, and no, they need to look a little deeper. Whew. My nose is, and at the same time, there's this little white butterfly just dancing in my face. You said what? James, your name James or Delilah? I don't understand what you said. That's what's up. Or you say I support any skin color. Oh my goodness. Well, you say all skin colors then. Say I support the colorful people, all the colorful people around the world. Oh my goodness. I was just talking to an older man. He said his girlfriend got the same name as me and she crazy. He said she crazy. Like that's her nickname though. It's my nickname too, but that part right there. He said she crazy. Oh, hi from Miami. Oh my God, Australia here as well. Bless you as well, Joey. Oh, yes, y'all. I'm supposed to be writing. I really ain't wrote nothing. I really haven't written anything up on this paper. It says, I feel good. That's all. Like I'm checking in with myself. And yes, I feel good. Oh, you from Australia too? That's crazy. I've been talking to more and more people that I met a Wendy from Australia last week. I had friends that were from Austria. Is and that's to me, where's Austria? Is that more so like around the Mediterranean area? Y'all, I want to travel. Y'all, when y'all come to me from all of these different places and stuff like that, it just be showing me how, showing me what's out there, helping me to expand my horizons, things like that. More so mentally first before I physically do it. And honestly, this that part right there, this place is very elegant and classy. Like I want to show it to y'all. They was just up in here cleaning and stuff like that, making sure they get everything together and stuff. But it's so nice up in here. It's so homey and cozy, comfortable. Oh, that's crazy how you all be still showing love when I don't be no it don't be no sound. What's going on, Unique? Oh my God. Yeah, yo, I was finna go to the mall, but something told me to stop here first and I was getting a coffee. Okay, I got the coffee and stuff. I talked to the owner here and she like, you could stay here. You don't gotta go to the mall. Cause I wanted to go out and write and do research and stuff like that. And it's like she's right though, real stuff. I'm making sure I don't cussing things up in here. So she right though, because when I get done writing and stuff, or when I get done with my coffee, I can actually just take a walk through my own neighborhood. It's beautiful right now out here, all this green grass, is butterflies and stuff out here now. Like I was waiting for that time. This the time, y'all. Then it's like I'm not at home really because something wrong there. The Wi-Fi and shit ain't working. You understand? Not even the community Wi-Fi. And so I got AT&T with my phone and it ain't working. You understand? And it's like when I leave out the house or anything, I can't do no research. I can't do nothing. Even while I'm in there, I'm so annoyed. I feel like something it's on purpose. Okay. But it's like I don't know. I just been chilling low key and I feel good. Somebody was asking me that, but I really do. I feel good and stuff, but I feel like they don't really want me talking to y'all or something. That's why the internet messed up. Well, I did a reading and they did say that low key. So pretty much, I got dressed up and I was finna go to the mall. But I wore something that's like I don't really like dressing like this no more. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this a childish look for some reason. It to me is giving that it make me look younger than what I am. Like I don't look my age dressing like this. So I try to put curls, but it's kind of warm. So they, as you can see, they want to be falling and stuff already. You slow as hell. John Snow slow as oh my God. The left one on my body, it would be the other one. That one right there, right? You wrong. That's not the big ones. We ain't even supposed to be talking about that. But you wrong though. You're wrong. But they do say that people bodies don't really be is it congruent? I don't know. Is that the word, right? It don't be really the same, identical. If you split somebody down the middle, one of the other side of their body will not really be like the other side. And what's so crazy about it, can't really tell right now, but when I do that, there is a distinct chin in my eyes. Like you can see this one, it looks more darker, it's more lower. This was more wider, and they have a more like this type of way, then this one's more like this. You could see it if you really pay attention to it, but if you don't, I just look beautiful. Look, and both sides of me are beautiful. That part right there, both sides are beautiful, but you could tell one of them a little more. Not, yep. One side are a little bit more like don't try it. Oh, there your dog look like a commercial dog. That dog look it looked like one that be on a TV. Nobody like you. Ooh. Let me make sure I don't just have all of my stuff around just in case somebody else come here and they decide to take a seat right next to me or something. So that song, what is that? That scissor. She said, I cannot what? She cannot lose when she's with you. I ain't gonna lie, that man asked me, was I married? I told him I was married and stuff like that. But I was talking about some stuff, you know. And then he like, you sure you need to be married? I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be married. You seem like you the type one that man to be jealous and this and that, and it'll be worse once you marry him if he already showing signs of jealousy and this and that and controlling. And my thing is like, them mans ain't even my mans that's doing that. Oh my God. I don't know. He said what I'm talking up. That's what's so crazy. It's saying like something about some marriage or something though. I watched that video I told y'all that I wasn't going to post that I did at home by myself. Like a week or so ago. It was a personal reading, but it didn't seem so personal. I ain't gonna lie. I actually finally watched it. I watched it yesterday. And then I didn't finish it, so I watched the rest of it today. It's dang, they're talking about stuff that I've been talking to y'all about on YouTube and things like that too. And then it did say that though, like a preacher or something want me to not talk, or a religious group don't want me to talk about nothing right now. I don't know, but it ain't nothing to talk about, y'all. Cause what I got going on is personal. So that part, y'all didn't hear nothing I was talking about, huh? It was silent in the beginning of the video. That's crazy. Cause I was just kind of telling y'all what I was finna be doing next. That's what's crazy. I done stumbled across something and God telling me it's a blessing. And then it's like my community is things like that. Certain things is coming together in a way where it's like it's going to be so that I can move around, maneuver more easily, and things like that, and still get stuff done. So I'm down there noticing it. I ain't gonna even lie. It's all coming together. And I was just about to go to the mall to do some research because I got something and I need to buy some more products for it. But I'm ready to take the healing business hands on. I'm ready to do the healing stuff hands on. And I got equipment that I could travel with and things like that that's gonna help me. Um, Cause like sometimes when you're doing the healing stuff, you do gotta touch people. You gotta lay hands on people and things like that too. So it's not gonna just be me and my hands. You feel me? But I'm gonna need some more. I need to invest a little bit more. And God was telling me investment gonna yield returns beyond my hopes and things like that. So I'm gonna just do that because I think I got what it takes. And I know I really be healing people. So it's time to really just make it real, solidify it. So that part, not too much. So there's nothing nobody else can mess up either. That's what my God given gifts and abilities. You understand that part right there? I'm ready to start using them to really help others outside of just speaking. That part. So yeah, I was going to do some research because there's some products and stuff that I'm going to need more sanitary things as well as like face masks and stuff like that too, gloves, so certain things like that. Mark Antoine, you said you tried to call me earlier. What kind of phone do you got? That part right there. And do you even got my phone number? Because that part. And it's like Mark Antoine Houston. Kind of reminded me of Mark Antony, right? And that's the one Cleopatra she was in love with. They say she was the last queen of Egypt or some shit like that before certain things happened. Certain stuff changed, right? And she was with that soldier, that warrior, right? Mark Antony. Or she had a love for him or something like that. And he had a rival though. Well, you keep saying that. You said that the other day. I don't know what you talking about. You tried to call me for. Because if you was trying to call me, you could have called me. You would have messaged me. You could have messaged me, FaceTime me or something like that. You ain't trying to get in touch with me. I don't even know who you are. If you was trying to get in touch with me, you would be able to get in touch with me. Though, like I'm saying, my phone through AT&T, and I really am about to let that motherfucker go. Their Wi-Fi, internet services, all that type of stuff is A1. I don't know what's going on with the cell phone shit. I switched from Boost Mobile at that. My shit don't even be working. And then they want me to pay a whole lot of money to pay my phone bill. That shit said $160. My phone bill used to be $60. And it never not worked. The phone never not, it never just didn't work. I don't know what the hell going on, but I feel like my shit hacked. I ain't paying no bill, and I'm ready to switch to a new company. Lucky, I'm ready to switch to a new company, and they all telling me, "Well, you didn't buy your phone out. If you switch your phone, you're gonna have to pay that out. That's normal. I usually would buy the phone out. They just decided to put me on the damn phone plan. And I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a good idea. I own my iPad, I own my other iPhone, I own them bitches. I own the big head, I own it. That remind me of that damn one my wife and kids show when he was talking to his son Junior fam. And Junior was getting besides himself and stuff like that. And he was like pretty much telling him like you be under my house, under my rules, all of that type of shit right there. And even he said, even when you dead, I own you. Oh my God. I'm trying to tell the story and I'm sitting there in my mind just going off. But yeah, I'm probably finna go ahead and abandon that. And then I was talking to God, like, God, that's just making it so that I got plenty different debts and shit. I just keep on abandon and shit. You know what I'm saying? Period. You should have never started it in the first place, is what the Lord said back to me. And like you shouldn't did that. But I wanted that. I wanted my iPhone. You understand? I wanted the newer iPhone. And they was talking a big deal, good deal to me. Told me my phone bill wouldn't be over $100. That motherfucker be $160 every month. So I'm to a point where I don't want to pay it no more. And y'all know when I don't want to pay it, I ain't paying it. Look at that. Right? That's just a rip off, y'all. And you know what I'm saying? I don't even understand what I'm paying for at this point. Man said you paying for the phone and this and that. Okay. So if the phone bill really said it was 50 something dollars, right, for the bill, for the service, then you pay for your phone. That's like what he said it's gonna be like 30 something dollars extra on top of that. I do math in my head, you understand? So I know I'm being overcharged and I don't know why. That's all. Hey, so I don't know why. I know I was being overcharged. I just didn't know what for. You said the free government phone? I ain't had one of them since I was young, and I guess I never had one. My uncle let me use his government phone before when I was younger. I ain't heard about a government phone and I don't know how long. That's crazy. I really used to be on Boost Mobile plan for years, man. Literally not paying more than like $57 a month. I just started some other shit like 3 months ago. And I'm feeling some type of way because I feel like I'm being ripped off. But it's like I wanted that. So yeah, you said city stuff is crazy. It don't make no sense, but it's usually not like that. It's some other stuff going on. I feel like personal with me. Because I'm not doing the cars like you say, tarot informal. I be doing tarot and stuff too. The last reading, like I said, that somebody don't want me talking. And I just been telling everybody that it's like I've been having issues with my phone. So now it's like they talking about the bill due. I'm not finna pay it. I ain't gonna lie. The bill coming up, bill due. I don't want to pay it because the reading said it's like whatever I'm going through with the communication issues and stuff like that, it's on purpose. It's somebody controlling it. You said you think all free phones are tapped? That's what I thought about that stuff too. Crazy while I'm looking at a white butterfly as I'm thinking this stuff and saying this stuff to y'all. And it's like if I just need to be quiet for a little while, that's fine. You understand? But the nuances, exactly. And the irritations and stuff like that. It's unnecessary. You said ever since iPhone sold out to the government. When did they do that? Now, see, that's why I'm finna go ahead and get rid of it. And get rid of the iPhone. I used to be a Galaxy girl, anyways. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I ever switched, but I did, cause I ain't gonna lie, I love iPhone too. But I used to be a Galaxy girl. Every time they get a new one, every time they upgrade, that's what I was on. The Galaxy. I don't think it got nothing to do with this iPhone though. I think it's more so what I was just talking about. I probably was talking about some real serious stuff that it don't need to be talked about to the people yet. I believe that. Like I haven't listened to the latest messages that I was talking to you all about or whatever we was talking about. And I feel like I need to. But the thing about it is, it's like I do feel like something maybe I shouldn't be talking publicly about. And that's what when I did my last tarot reading for myself yesterday, that's what it was saying. Like it's a group or organization, religious organization or something that's like kind of like making it so that the service around my building, literally, it's only around my building. Anywhere I go up in the neighborhood, they even got they own Wi-Fi, the community Wi-Fi and stuff. That shit don't even work at my building. Everywhere else it worked though. but it don't work around mine. So it's like somebody doing something. I don't know if it's to cause a problem or it's just because they don't want certain information. Everybody don't need to know that. So I don't know. But to me, it's irritating me, you know. So you said, but it involves everyone. And you right, it probably do involve everyone, the stuff that I've been talking about. True, it does. But it's what we learn, because you do tarot, right? Or no? Delphine, you probably don't. Okay. Some stuff is like you could know it, right? And the spirits will let you know it ahead of time. Real shit. But it's not yet meant to be known for the whole world, right? That type of stuff. So I guess that's what it is. I'ma chill out. Cause it seemed I wouldn't even thought about that. Some stuff is you may know it because you got the gift, right? But it's not yet meant to be known by the whole world. So I think that's what it is. So I'ma just chill out and rest and stuff like that. Make sure my mind, my body, all that type of stuff right. Like that's the guidance I'm receiving. But the irritations just make me irritated and think about other things and all of that type of stuff and why they doing it. And sometimes I feel personally attacked. Like they doing it to me. They doing it because they trying to mess with me. That type of stuff. Okay, so you just got a real good connection with God, Delphine. That's what it is. And you say you just believe you got a real good connection with God. That's what that is. I'm like, I don't know why I assumed that you probably do tarot or something like that too. No, you probably just got a good connection with God. And I can't help it. I'm not used to wearing makeup. I'm like, I can't stop doing this. Oh my God. So it's like 1 p.m. What time is it where y'all at, y'all? I'm about to get ready to see. I want to go walk, and then I'm gonna want to relax some more. It's crazy because I've been feeling a little unconscious and stuff. At first, I was. They told me, "Girl, you good," because I got what I got on too. Like I would rather go to the mall type stuff. And like, she like, you okay? You're good. Don't worry about it. You actually look good. That type of stuff. I'm sitting there feeling like I look like a child in this outfit. You said, really though. You said going to get face, going to face to face to get anything. Nah, that's the truth. Oh my God. I literally was about to go to the mall. Like, no, you don't gotta go all the way to the mall. That part right there. But I do sometimes enjoy my outings at the mall by myself. But I literally was gonna go for coffee, bruh, before, but not today, not for coffee today. I was gonna literally just go there and do some stuff. They didn't say nothing about that. That's crazy. You remember that. But I talked to a few more of my neighbors, um, and they was telling me the same thing, like they feel like it's a mistake. No, I talked to two more neighbors. She said she argued with them And she said she argued with them because they said she owed was so much what so much more than that. He said they said her shit was in 30,000 or something like that. And she told me that something wrong and they must not have been putting in the payments, okay? And that's a problem. You understand? Because I'm like, oh no, because I was talking to y'all yesterday, right? Before I talked to them people. I talked to y'all after I talked to the people at the office, and then I talked to some of the residents around here and stuff like that too. Just to ask a few people have they experienced the same thing that I experienced, just doing my little research on my own, right? One of the ladies, like she been going through it with them people. And they said she owes so much money, and you know how it's like even if you will live in a subsidized home or area or something where they go off your income. So some of us still be paying like full amount rent and shit like that, even though we be up on them programs or like paying almost all the rent, and even though we on them programs. So she's up in that position too. Okay. And they not putting her payments in. And that's some, I don't know, shit, that's some BS, you understand? And so I'm assuming maybe that's why they saying that about me. So I'm like, what I gotta do? Go get all of my money order receipts and stuff and bring them back. The lady told me no though. When I asked her that at the office, she was like, that's not it. They probably just made a mistake or something. You just gotta wait till this girl Akia come to the office and talk to her or whatever. And I'm like, okay, because I know who she is. But she said she the one in control of that. So I'm kind of confused. So I'm like, do I need to bring my receipts, my stubs? Because I would definitely write it out to the landlords or the rental property owners, right? So she's like, that's not what the problem is. But when I talked to this woman, one of the women that live around the corner from me, she told me she been going through that, but she feel like they stealing that money. Some of them people that's working. I don't know what the hell going on. 'Cause I'm like, how can they cash a check or a money order that is addressed to some other people? It's not even them. You know what I'm saying? But then you're reminding me of a job I used to have. I used to work for Jackson Hewitt, and I was in control of taking all of their money, all the money that the people were when they would come there, when they pay for their taxes up front and all of that type of stuff. I was in charge of taking that money to the bank. Okay, after work. After we done, I'm clearing the drawers, taking all the money orders, the checks, the cash to the bank. Somebody got that job. Somebody doing that 111 up there. And they finessing. They not doing it the right way. Somebody on some BS. Real shit. I used to have a job like that, so I do know that they give some people that type of power and control. Where they supposed to go to the bank after today and go drop off all the money orders, go drop off all them checks, go drop off all that cash. Somebody not doing that. They not doing what they supposed to be doing. And I don't know, they could have a connection at a check cashing place or a bank where a person will literally let them cash that shit on their own and probably be like, oh, I work for the housing authorities or I work for the city of Milwaukee or I work for West Lawn Gardens. And then they fucking do some weird shit. And then they showing them people some credentials and the people just letting them cash them checks. You said somebody may be going to jail. Somebody is going to jail. God done been talking about it. It's just I don't talk to many people, so I'm talking to y'all about the shit, right? That's crazy. I've been paying attention to that too when I'm doing my readings. It'll say somebody talking back and forth with this person or somebody about this and this with that type of shit. You understand? So yeah, somebody definitely going to jail. They definitely finna be getting caught up for doing some corrupt ass shit. You understand? Getting people put out of their houses, all kind of stuff. Now I see why some people they were so pissed off and frustrated and all kind of stuff last year. They not even telling people to sign their leases over and stuff. Usually they be like asking you like, do you want to stay here or do you want to leave and go to a different place? They not or they on some weird shit, y'all. They ain't even on their business around this motherfucker. I don't know what the hell going on. I did see a paper that said it's your responsibility to re-sign your lease or if you want to stay. But that ain't how they been doing shit before. But I heard they got new management too. They got new management, but the same people still work there. So that's what I noticed. Somebody might be going to jail. Shit, I don't know. They just better make it seem to make it look like I was paying my rent because I was. You understand? You hear me? When I go through shit like that, they make me feel like being a delinquent out here. Like what I was just saying about that damn phone bill. I ain't paying shit. You understand? Stuff like that. It make me want to be like that. Y'all already doing the wrong shit with our monies and stuff. What the fuck are we really paying for? That type of shit. No, I wouldn't be getting put out. I know that much. But I can't speak for people that's they saying they owing them all that damn money like that. Real shit. That ain't my predicament. I've been had my shit in order. They know my situation and all of that type of stuff. And so my thing is they really recently did make me do my shit over. I ain't gonna lie. And so that's how I know I'm good. Other people asking me, did you do or did they call you to contact you? Did you talk to anybody? Or how do you know if you're gonna be staying up in this place longer or whatever? I don't know what's going on and stuff. And I'm like, shit, you probably just gotta just go start being bold and going, just go pop your ass up and go talk to some people, see what's going on and stuff. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, like one of my neighbors, she was kind of crying, but she brought me her laundry cards. She like, it's still money on them and stuff. And she like, these people did me so wrong and stuff like that. And one of the male neighbors said the same thing. Crazy. Another white butterfly, what I'm saying. He said the same thing. He like, did you sign your lease over yet? Why they stalling? Why they this? Why they that? I say, you want to know something? All I've been seeing is motherfuckers moving out and people saying they too late to sign they lease over. Y'all probably just need to, take a precaution and go do your shit over like what I did. But I also checked my email and saw that I was getting plenty emails. So no, nothing coming through the mail, all of that type of stuff. But when I checked my email, there was plenty emails about shit. Like you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We need your income. We need to know what you all of that type of shit. If I'm not mistaken, 'cause a lot of stuff is over here privately owned for those salty ones in the back. You understand? I didn't know that. You understand too. I didn't even know it. Like I thought the government owned all of this shit. I ain't gonna lie. But the restaurants, the hair salons, all of this stuff, they not the government don't own that shit, none of this shit. Certain of these apartments and stuff. They don't own the stuff. Certain people from within the community be investing and all that type of stuff and shit like that apparently and they got some sort of like program or something where these people come together and figure out what people in their community may need and stuff like that. So I don't know, in all honesty, but that'll be a whole different thing. And then everybody will be able to sue them too, you know. So I doubt that they'll let it get that big. But you may be right. It may be something that somebody might need to lose their job and go to jail. There might be some stuff like that going on. In my building, if I'm not mistaken, it's more older people up in there. Stuff, yes. Like one of my neighbors, she just saw me. She was like, she stopped. She had to stop, and she like, "Girl, you look good. Stop. You looking real good today." You know what I'm saying? It was like it's mostly older people. Them people pay their bills. I know they. You know what I'm saying? I know them people be paying their bills. Them people don't play no games. So I know what's something else going on. And then I was just talking to you all about it. It's like in the neighborhood council. I should have been going. I'm gonna start, okay? Because we need to address certain things that be going on, and I know that people be addressing everything. And it is, I don't know. Man, she out there whooping that dog. That dog getting a whooping, y'all. Well, the dog trying to eat her up. Shit. Might need to whoop it with that. No, it's like a little bad kid. I ain't gonna lie, but she forcing it too. That's why the dog doing that. Yeah, that's her badass dog. She know how to handle that dog. You understand that part right there. She know how to handle that dog. That dog bad as hell. You understand? At first, I'm like, damn, she beating that dog ass, but she hitting it like it's a little child, like a little baby, like. But the dog over there tripping. But soon as she put it down and laid down on the floor, it know what it's doing. It's bad, being bad. You don't know what's so crazy, dude. I've been seeing women with dresses and skirts, and I don't know why I forgot that I used to wear dresses and skirts and stuff all the time. I look back at my old photo album through my Google Drive. I wore dresses a lot. I don't love what they be like, not long dresses, back out, all that type of stuff. I'm like, damn, when did I get so tomboyish? Mostly when I had that second child of mine. That's when all the tomboy stuff started. I ain't gonna lie. Then I had two sons and not one. So I think that made me be more start dressing in joggers and sweatshirts, hoodies, tennis shoes a little bit more than normal. Hey, yep, I'm talking to the people now. That's my friend, y'all, that I made today. Yep, I'm talking to them about stuff about this neighborhood. Like, let me get from over here. Okay. Okay. Yo. I was listening to music yesterday, but like I said, I was going through my Google Drive and stuff. Well, listen to the music that I had saved, looking at the music that I had saved, on my laptop and stuff like that. Why 50 Cent 21 Questions was the first song on there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's called 21 Questions. It's numbers. So you put the numbers before the letters and stuff. So it's in alphabetical order. But that's the first one there. And I listened to that song. And then I realized I was talking to you all about those lyrics where it's like when Kanye West was like, when them Jesus pieces can't bring me peace, I'ma need just at least one of Russell's nieces. Oh, that one right there, right? That's Lamborghini. That's Mercy, ain't it? So Jesus Walks is what I got saved up on my laptop, though. You understand? And he snapped. I ain't gonna lie, I listened to it and I'm grown now. You understand? I listened to everything he was saying and he was talking about everything that he be talking about now. Even stuff that people are now speaking about how they sign them contracts and they can't say Jesus, they can't say this or that. Woo, woo, woo. And he was saying it a lot on purpose. You understand? I don't know if his contract said that or not, but he was saying it in that song a lot on purpose, saying Jesus and God and stuff a lot. And then he was saying if that make him lose viewers, if that mean they won't put his shit on the radio, he won't get as much spins as what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. He don't care. And he said he hoped if because it's taken away from all of that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And how the public is viewing him. They trying to make him look crazy and all of that type of stuff. You understand? So he's like, hopefully it gives him redemption. His soul gets to get peace, or he get forgiven for his sins and all of that type of stuff. You understand? And it's so crazy that God told me that's what happened to him. He spoke it, and that was his mindset, his intentions, and then it's like the same time, that's why he never fell off, because he was courageous. He wasn't scared, and he did that, and he let the world know that he believed in God and all of that type of stuff too. So it's like he one of the most famous people ever all around the world. You understand? And it's like, but they was on that with him. They tried to, when they saw that they could not stop him from being as big as he is, his growth and evolution in this world, and how people are inspired by him. They wanted to make him look crazy. They couldn't do shit else, so they try to tear him down in a different way. You understand? So that's when they start that agenda came up to make the person seem crazy out of his mind. Y'all shouldn't listen to him. That type of stuff. So God was telling me about the favor of God. And yeah, like people will do stuff to try to make other people not love you and things like that. But God was telling me it seemed like most people, you know, have a disdain or dislike or hate for God, but it's not the truth. The truth is most people love God. So if you loving God and your intentions is set and to be doing certain things, those people that love and follow God, they're gonna love and follow you as well. Okay. Especially when your heart and your okay. All right. That's my friend now. He looked like my uncle though. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. He literally do look like one of my uncles. That's the one that said his girlfriend crazy. And he said she got the same name as me, but it's her nickname. I think her name Denise or something. He wouldn't be the first person that said that to me either. Somebody, it was an older woman. She's like, "You have the same name as my sister-in-law." And then she told me she's still cool with her, but she'll mess with her ex-husband no more. But she's still the sister-in-law, is still her sister. Oh my God. He said he gonna be coming back here. I said I was supposed to be getting ready to take my walk in a minute, which I am. But the thing about it is 1:25. Long as it's not noon, and noon, that's when the sun is in the sky at its height, you know, it's the most warm it's gonna be. So right now, we're like an hour after that, about 2 p.m. I'll be ready to take my walk. I study the sky, y'all. On my own, like that's funny. But I study the sky. I study the way the sun moves through the sky. And so the other day when I was addressing, I don't know, I probably left that video up too. There was one of them tarot readers I was kind of beefing with. You feel me? I kind of feel like that's God's way of saying me and her shouldn't be beefing or something too. I was seeing her sing songs of God, dedicated to God, church songs and stuff like that. I couldn't really hear. That's the truth too. So what is it? Does she not do it? Is she not doing it? I don't know. But I just was mentioning it the other day. And low key, I did notice that. Because at first I was like, every time I see the girl, I get so irritated. You understand? But recently, when I've been seeing her, I be smiling. That's what's crazy. I see her, I be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what God done did, but they must don't want me to not like that woman. Or not act like I don't like that woman or something. They don't want me to be mean to that woman or something or beef with that woman or something. I had been decided that I wasn't beefing with her because it was more so like a competition. And it's like, why would we be competing? You do something totally different than what the fuck I do. Anyways, that was just pissing me off. It's like, if you trying to distort the way people see me and or some shit. You understand? Trying to act like we in a competition and there's no competition when I'm just doing what God wants me to do. But I think she started to understand that. See, the way God worked with me and why I don't be like that with other people is because God really tell me and make it clear for me. Now, you know what I'm saying? There are other people who are anointed to be able to speak prophetically or be able to intuitively tap into energy of the world or other people, probably not as strong and not as powerful as I am, but that don't mean that they not to be acknowledged for their gift. That part right there. Hi. She just stepped to the back too. She didn't be back. That part right there. Probably that part. Then I told y'all I had a dream, and it's so crazy the dream. And it was like this woman, and she pulled up on me. She pulled up on me with the top down. You understand, for real stuff. And I don't know who she was, but she like, come on, you taking so long. And I'm like, hold on, Moses. You hear me? Her name was Moses. And I'm like, hold on. Here I come. But it was another woman, and her name was Moses. Wow. It was 1:30, almost pretty much. So honestly, that's what I've been noticing lately. That part right there. Who am I talking to? Period. Who am I talking to? Lady. I said that's what I've been noticing lately. Who am I talking to, y'all? Girl. Who back there watching me that I'm talking to? Okay. But I've been noticing a bunch of white butterflies all around for like probably since the start of this week. I haven't seen any other colors of butterflies or any other butterflies, just white ones. And how the weather is, it's giving like this week took a turn for better, right? New beginnings and things like that. And that's crazy because it's making me think about some stuff, like I'm like which I did clean off my desk. And then the top of it I cleaned it off. And I had flowers in a basket up there. Um, I did bring them out, take them down, kind of just throw them on the balcony low key. I kind of just threw them on the balcony. So some of them may be falling off and stuff like that or being blown away with the wind and stuff like that. But cleaning off that area and stuff, but it's giving like clean up everything, clear it all out. Like I feel like starting over, you know. You said what we sipping on tonight. I'm not finna even be talking to you all at nighttime like that no more. We transitioning to the sun, okay, period, to the daytime. Uh that's crazy. Real shit. That's one of the things we're doing as well. Now it's not gonna be like that all the time. But I'm being encouraged to go to sleep earlier, so that I can be up earlier. So that's what I'm doing. And I kinda been waking up earlier, you know, for a couple weeks now. But I was also going to sleep real late, y'all. We was doing too much. We was doing too much. Now we gotta calm down. I ain't sipping nothing or none of that. The last time I sipped the wine cooler, I swear something else was in it. And I was talking to y'all. Thing about it is the whole time I'm talking to y'all, I'm not sipping it. After I get off live, I just chug it down. The rest of that was left up in a cup. Why the fuck I felt super drunk for real? Like a drunk off a wine cooler. Fuck that shit. Something in that shit. I don't need that. Literally, it seemed like something else was up in there. I don't know. But I threw up, literally, instantly. Didn't want to eat nothing else. So no, and this was literally like 2 or 3 days ago, 4 days, 3 or 4 days ago. It was probably Monday night, Monday or Tuesday, whichever day that was. One of them days I had a wine cooler. It was in my glass. Y'all probably would have thought it was some real wine or something. No. Then I said something. I put juice in it. It was fruitier than normal. I drank that shit and threw up. So no more wine coolers and stuff like that for me. Like, and I ain't ever threw up from drinking a wine cooler. It wasn't a Mike's Hard or nothing like that. Or Seagram's. It wasn't even no cut water. They don't even do that to me. And to me, I don't like cut water because they too strong. But whatever that was, it was a wine cooler. It was also something it was different. It cost more than a normal wine cooler. It made me throw up. And thing about it is, I put juice in it because I didn't want to drink nothing strong. Still threw up. So I'm telling y'all that I'm like, when it comes to liquor, alcohol, and stuff like that, I'm not how I used to be when I was younger. I can't hang no more. I be so serious. That's why when I be at events, people be smoking, people be drinking. They be you wanna hit? No, I don't want to hit that or none of that. I ain't finna be nowhere losing my mind or falling asleep and shit in public, falling out, throwing up, none of that. I can't hang the way I used to. I can't hang the way I used to when it comes to that shit. I think I overdid it when I was younger. I told y'all how I used to be, how it used to be. I done posted pictures to show you how I used to be. Probably pretty, but my eyes didn't ever get bigger, higher than this. They was never wider than this back then. Oh my God. So nope, we ain't sipping nothing tonight. Got some water. Because I'm drinking coffee in the morning, in the daytime. So the rest of my day is gonna be water. Because I gotta make sure the coffee get diluted. And that part too. I might bring a book here too one day. I got some new books too. I didn't tell y'all that. I bought a few new books. I bought a couple books for my kid too when he graduated a month ago. Yeah, y'all, I can't hang no more when it comes to that stuff. Y'all see how much I be drinking coffee? Y'all should have known. I think that's what they start making changes and stuff. They start drinking coffee too much. I used to work with Allied Universal as a security guard. I drank coffee every day for like 2 years, and I wasn't drinking no alcohol that whole 2 years, literally. And then it started being just special occasions and stuff like that that I drank more than likely on my birthday or the 4th of July or something like that. But recently, I started trying to drink the wine coolers again. I realized I can't even drink them. I can't hang. I was sipping wine. It wasn't doing nothing wrong to me. I don't know. I'm stick to my red wine when I do drink that Cabernet. I can't do everything else. I don't like certain the taste of certain other ones. Then it's like, what is that stuff called? But yes, this right here, that's been tripping me up sometimes when I start my video and then don't, volume. I realize now over here you could do a lot of stuff. Okay, like this. You could actually take the volume away. People could press that button. What it do? Give them some sort of beauty enhancements or something. You could change the camera, turn it in a different direction. You could zoom in up on yourself. You can lower the brightness. You could do a lot of different stuff now. Yeah. Look at y'all upgrade. That part right there. Yeah. But that part right there. Thank y'all for talking to me today. Coming and being a part of this conversation today. All right. I'm gonna try to talk to y'all every day. I'm gonna try to talk to y'all outside of the house. That part too. I'm gonna try to. I can't guarantee that all the time because that's what it was, period. I don't know. This morning I actually did have that vibe. And it's like that Bruno Mars song. It always be like that. I was laying in the bed a little longer, but it's that one song that's like, today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. So that part right there. So I did. But then I woke up like an hour later and I feel real ready to get up. That's what's crazy. But yesterday it was really like that. I didn't feel like I wanted to just sit still. So I noticed that that's not a normal feeling, a feeling of being anxious and feeling like you gotta hurry up and do something. Or you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of weird because I had dreamed before that. I told y'all how that was. Before that letter was put up on my door, I had dreamed that it was a letter put on my door. And then when I woke up, like 30 minutes later, somebody done slid the letter under my door. That shit said I owe $2,000 on my rent. And I'm like, what the fuck? Extra 2,000. I'm like, then what the fuck did I do? I ain't do shit to to accumulate this. What is this for? But that was your dream warning you, okay? Or some snake shit. That wasn't normal. That wasn't right. All right. That part right there. Then today, I don't know who it is, but I will say a prayer or so or two. I did have a weird dream. There was a man angry, wearing a wife beater, brown skin, browner. He a little darker than me, chunky, short, buff, like, or a little stalky, like, I don't, chunky, like, I don't know. He was like aggressively, and it's this the crazy thing about it, beating on the door, trying to get through the door, right? And I tried to lock him out. Then he ended up coming busting through the door. But when he bust through the door, he didn't do shit wrong to nobody or nothing. He handed me a paper. Crazy. And then he left. You understand? He handed me a paper and it was folded like weird, like this. Not even like no like not even normal. Like it was literally like this or something. Like it wasn't folded in half or anything. It was just folded over. But it was a cup, like I don't know. And then it's like he like here. And then he left. Then it's like he was finna do it again. You understand? This time I pushed the door closed harder and then locked it. So I don't know how, but he bust that bitch down. But it's like when he busted down, the whole scenery started to change. It was, and it's a scene in Doctor Strange like that too. The whole everything started to change. Like the room, it looked like it was being tore down, but it tore down, but it was another room. It was not completely demolished or anything like that, right? So I don't know, but he was gone after that, and then it was like kids laying there asleep, somebody sitting on some stairs, and it's a stairway that's in a house, a stair, and it got carpet on it, and the person sitting at the bottom of the stair on the bottom stair. Okay, I don't know if they was reading what they're reading at. You understand? They was sitting there doing something, but it was like I'm like, hell no, I made myself wake up. Honestly, that was a weird dream to me. It wasn't a dream, normal dream. That man, I know the people that like that. When I dream of people that look like him, they be dead, okay? And that's what it was, okay? He was a spirit or something, or you understand? He reminded me of my big cousin Genesis. When he passed away, I had the same type of dream, and my cousin didn't know he was dead. Okay, he come to me in a dream, and he's saying his normal stuff to me when he see me while he walking up the stairs to come in the house, and I'm in a doorway, okay, on the porch with the screen door kind of half open, and I'm like looking at him like, "What you doing here?" Right? Because I know he's dead, and I'm like, "What you doing here?" And he like, "Girl, get your big head ass out the way, open the door," or whatever the case may be. And he open the door, he come in, I'm just watching him walk through and stuff like that. He go to the refrigerator. Go straight to the refrigerator, just open it up and get a big jug of orange juice out and just started drinking it like it was a cup. And he drank it till there was nothing left up in there. Then he turned back around and he was like, "Why y'all acting normal? We gotta go get them niggas. We gotta go get them niggas." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You not alive no more." He said, "Fuck you mean? I am alive. What you talking about? We gotta go get them. Y'all scared or something?" Literally. And it was like the way he looked. He didn't, and it wasn't like he still looked like, what happened. It was different. It was a different look in him altogether. And it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like redness. The redness is though you brown, you dark and stuff, but it was redness. I could just see it all in his eyes, in his face, everything. And he like ready to go fire, fire. That's what it looked like. I don't know how to describe it, but that's how it looked like. That's what it looked like. He was full of fire, sweating, all kind of stuff, come in there, drink a whole jug of orange juice and turn around like, "What y'all waiting on? Why y'all acting scared? We gotta go get them niggas." Well, whoever this person I dreamed about yesterday, I never seen them before. Low key, he kind of looked like somebody up in his neighborhood. But, I don't know. That person is alive. But he had a paper and he like, "Here." And he gave it to him. And then he left back out the door. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know why this nigga running up in my shit. I'm finna lock the door." You understand? So I locked the door harder. Next thing you know, that shit all it busted down. He bust the whole door down. And everything changed. And then it was just somebody sitting, some kids in the room sleeping, somebody sitting on the stairs. And I believe that person was reading a letter. Somebody left a letter or something like that. Somebody who passed away or something. And I don't know if it was read or if it's they want me to deliver a message to somebody. And it's like I don't know why I just remembered that while I'm talking to y'all because at first I forgot. But I was telling God, don't let me forget the message about that dream because I know for a fact it didn't I don't know what it got to do with me, you know? But it's like the person handed me this, the like a paper, like it was notebook paper, and it was folded, but it wasn't folded like neat or anything. It was folded just like this, and that's what I do remember. Like you see how it's like this like that. It was folded, solid, like not, and he just handed it to me, and he like here, and then just turned around and walked away, walked right back out the door. Then I noticed I heard it again, like he was finna come back. And I'm like, oh, hell no, you ain't coming back. Or and then I not locked the door. Next thing you know, he bust the door down. But that's kind of reminding me of that Doctor Strange stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's a scene from that movie, Era of Total, and I dreamed about it before, low key, some weird stuff before, and it was like that. It was like the everything was falling apart everywhere you go. The ground's shifting, sinking, and I had that dream before the Doctor Strange movie ever even came out. And who was in the dream with me? Chris Brown. Oh my God. It was Chris Brown, fam. And then what's crazy is he come out with that 11:11. Somehow I lost my way. You know that part right there. And that's what happened. It was weird. It was him and me, and it was other people too. We was dressed like the Power Rangers or some shit. But we all had on the same colors, low key. I don't know. And we were like, it was a bunch of stuff going on. And then it's like, you all know that show, The Jetsons? We was driving and something like that, riding and something like that. And it was like, but it's like when you go, everything around you was just looking like you going so fast or something. It's just rainbow colors. It was weird. So what he said, somehow he feel like he ended up in another galaxy. Y'all would think people just writing songs and saying stuff like that. They just putting shit in this. Why would you say that in a song? You understand? Real shit though. It's just something else. This reality here, this reality is something else, right? That part right there. What are you saying? That's that song 11:11. And you're an energy on that part right there. So what were we all sent here to heal or what? From what? Did you be because then? I don't even know. But yep, that made me want to watch Doctor Strange now. I ain't gonna lie. Now I want to go watch the movie again. I remember talking about that when he didn't know. I don't know how. It's like he had to even be awakened to his spiritual side. And there was a woman who did it, right? And she was the one that she was connected to the light and the dark forces. And they was like pretty much mad at her at first, saying how could she like consult with the darkness and things like that. Then they found out she was doing it to keep everybody safe. It was the only thing that was keeping the balance in the world. And then he had to do the same thing if he wanted to maintain that balance. Uh, what's going on? Hey, Melissa. You said, "Man, girl, it's the afternoon. Let me find out you just woke up." Oh my God. Well, depending on where you are, it's the morning still, huh? Nope, it's afternoon. I've been really good. Thank you for asking. I hope you've been doing good too. I've been real good. I've been, honestly, I have. Other than trying to make sure I don't think too much. So today I was going to do something different. And I'm glad I did what I did. And I was getting ready to go to the mall. Then I decided to go across the street to the coffee shop, and I was warmly welcomed. And what's so crazy is because I'm looking a little different today. I met the owner yesterday. She made me a good ice drink, okay, yesterday. She didn't really remember me today. Cause I come in here with makeup on today and stuff. I'm dressed all different stuff. She didn't remember who I was until I laughed.
And that's crazy. Low key, I think it's something about the way I be sounding when I laugh. Certain people there, you know, that's when they know who I am or remember who I am. I be looking different sometimes. Even one of my childhood friends, they shocked me because I knew exactly who they was, but I guess they didn't remember who I was. And then I started laughing at something, and I laughed, and they was like, then they say my name, and I'm like, yeah, like, didn't you know that the whole time? And they was like, no, you look good as like that type of shit. And I'm like, huh? I look normal. I thought I looked the same, all that type of stuff. But no, I don't got acne no more. All that type of stuff. You understand? It's like I don't look the same to a certain extent and stuff. I'm grown now and things like that. And I don't be having bad skin and stuff like I used to have when I was a teenager and shit. So I look different, I guess, to them. But what's so crazy about that, it's reminded me of that too. Like Jerry Springer and stuff. Or what show was it? It was mostly like that Ricky Lake show and Maury at times, where it's like the childhood friends. Like I never got to tell that person that I had a crush on them or I was in love with them and stuff. And then it was like they'd be fine now, but they was dorky or something. There was something about them that wasn't, ideal. You wouldn't find that person attractive, that type of stuff in the younger days. As though they never shot they shot at they crush, right? So it's kind of crazy. And then somebody gonna take somebody to the Maury show and then tell them that. Like, I always loved you. I always liked you. Like, bitch, you could have called me to tell me this or that or whatever. I don't know. But it was also reminding me of what that man was saying in my comments the other day, the dirty man that was in my comments in that video talking about I had sex with your sister. I don't you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what in the Maury Ricky Lake? Dude said that. And then it's like you would be crazy to go up on a show and then be like, I brought you here today to let you know that I slept with your this whatever. And then you be like, I don't care, nigga, I don't like you. Why you brought me here for that? What you telling me this for? Then you like, this a waste of my time. You just get up and walk away. And everybody just sitting there looking at the person stupid. Like, what the hell? Like you been holding this in for real? You wouldn't be the first one she fucked. You understand real shit. You must have felt special. How about I give you the list? You understand real shit. You know what I'm saying? How about if some people just be fucking who they think got money. It don't matter who them people is. You understand? Period. I was around a family who all the sisters fucked the one sister's baby daddy. They was all fucking that man because he had money. And I found and me and him was cool as fuck. And he was telling me everything. You understand? Then they assumed that I was fucking him because I'm me and him cool as fuck. But no, I'm just the type of female that I guess, men to do they dirt around and I don't got nothing to say. That's not my business. You understand? Just don't try to bring me into that shit, right? But he was letting me know what not to be. That part, right? Not to be that type. Don't be like they all these hoes. I'm fucking all them hoes. Even they mama. That's what he was saying to me. Me and him was cool as a bitch, and he's a Libra. That's what's crazy. Y'all think Libras be all, you know, you know what I'm saying? They be thinking Libras be the most perfect in zodiac sign and stuff like that. They will do some of the most dirty, but by because of what they feel is fair. You hear me? That man had every sister and they mama. You understand? But just imagine you doing that to somebody that don't like you. They don't care who you have sex with, right? You doing all of that to try to hurt somebody' feelings that barely know you exist. Be wondering if your ass alive or not. And then when they think about it, shit, if he gone, that's in he gone. Shit. Some shit like that. I don't know. Oh, for real shit. But yeah, I remember that just reminded me of my friend, for real. That's all they did. Like I had a friend that really was on that. And I tell you all how I used to be moving around. Like I had friends that it's like, nah, I ain't ever did nothing to them. But if my when my birthday come around, I'm getting the most gifts. You hear me? Period. I'm like 25, 26, 27, 24, around that area. I was being more tomboy, and but it was because I was dancing. So I really was more like being more like that, even while I was dancing. And a couple of them, I meet them when I would be working, and they'd be like, "Your ass don't do shit, do you? Dude ain't taking off no clothes, nothing. You'll be doing nothing." Look at that. That's why we was cool. Was what they like. You know what you doing? Huh? Like that part right there. But dude told me, he was letting me know, like, I mess with her sisters and her mama. They all just thirsty, broke ass hoes. That's what the man was saying. And my thing is, I'm gonna be honest, he wasn't even all that. He wasn't even fine at all. To be honest, he was like a normal, average looking person, but he get money. He giving off box energy. They sucking, fucking, all kind of shit. Knowing they got nieces and nephews and all kind of stuff, and bottom man, all kind of stuff. They ain't care. But it say more about them than it do me. Like, why you, you know what I'm saying? Period. Coming under my post to tell me some stuff like that. It say more about all y'all than it do about me. It don't make no sense to tell me. I don't care what y'all do. I know stuff like that happens. What do you say? You bitch, I trust and I nigga so bad. How you think that? He won't say that's fatty. Oh my God. No, I don't be trusting nobody, to be honest. I just don't be, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And it's crazy that that's been going around lately, y'all. Where that part, it's like somebody made a reel too, and they saying that song, that's a Kaya song, right? Don't trust no, exactly. And these men's is mad because you off back know that. Boy, I was raised on Kaya, Trina. You hear me? Some Mia X. You feel me? I was raised up on the what's her name from the 3 6 Mafia. Why I can't remember her name right here, right now. But y'all better go on somewhere try to play with me. You understand? Try to play with me. Eve was around rapping when I was a kid. And she had Love is Blind. Y'all better leave me alone thinking y'all can mess with me like that. That was some real stuff. I ain't putting nothing past you. I can't throw you. I can't throw you too far. So I don't trust you. You understand what they say? I trust you as far as I can throw you. I can't throw you at all. I might try to push you down. You understand that part right there for one. I don't trust you. I don't think y'all don't know who you are. I think you're running to when you're running to me. I always loved rap music. I was all ever since I was a child. And I listened, I always knew they was telling stories. I always knew they were storytellers. And they would have when they had the video to go with it. I'm watching them videos too. I'm not just listening to their words. Now they gave me a story, a visual. You understand? And I'm not ever finna let a man treat me like that. And then, like a month ago, I was thinking of that one song. It's Aretha Franklin. I didn't even know it. Aretha Franklin and Lauren Hill, if I'm not mistaken. Rose, it's still a rose, right? It was about that. And it's like and it's like that woman wasn't messing with nobody, right? She the little good girl. All this to do want to get her and then start cheating on her and all that. I'm finna show you how this really go, right? You want to be in love, you want to be this and that and woo woo woo. I'm finna show you how this really go. You want to take her, break her down. She went from being happy, doing her hair all the time, dressing up, getting out, partying and stuff, to just being depressed, seeing him with other women and all kind of stuff like that, thinking she was finna be that for him because she ain't been messing with nobody, the one nobody can get, and it be like that. Then that one that nobody can get you, all of a sudden out of nowhere, here come a boss or this the one that's in the neighborhood popping and stuff, looking right at you for a reason. They always want the one nobody else can have, but it's unfortunate when they want you and then want to break you down. God wanted me to talk to a young lady. You understand? She one of the ones I was beefing with too. I don't care to beef with nobody, but she was trying to beef with me. And it's like you got bigger stuff to worry about than trying to beef with any woman, young lady. That's the truth. That's what the Lord was telling me. The one that was calling herself the prototype. God said she heard that from a man. You understand? That type of shit. That was telling her to be like divine feminine. You understand? But not just that. It got deeper. It got horrible. I ain't gonna lie. I started to feel a little sad. Can't you think you want to got some tea on somebody and you want to talk some shit about them or something like that. But yeah, my feeling went from to like disgusting to like she need help. And it's like they saying she being passed around. Nobody take her serious. All of that type of shit. You understand? But it's her fault too because she the one that's like when she lose one she get to entertaining somebody new and things like that too. But they all got the same type of you understand when it comes to messing with her. And she not to be taken serious and all that type of stuff. She kind of going through what I went through when the man's was on that with me. And it's for no reason though. You know what I'm saying? But she doing it to herself and she falling into it, trying to compete with other women and thinking it's like she's competing with other women for getting the attention of those mans, but they all have the same intentions with her. And God said to tell her. And you know what I'm saying? Just say it, let it be known because the girl watches you. And it's like she needs to stop watching you, trying to steal messages or trying to copy you. She need to watch you and listen to you because we talking to her. That part. And you all know who I'm talking about. That young light skinned girl that kept on trying to get between me and that one man and my Nipsey Hustle brother, right? And I felt like they was probably fucking with each other too. But God said there's some other stuff going on with her. She be following everything you do. She even was trying to mess with the basketball players and stuff and trying to copy you, but she has no healing abilities. And that's why she is getting treated the way she being treated because it's like people started fucking with her and started losing big time. That's what God said because she was trying to mask herself or cloak herself in divine feminine energy. And she got a lot of healing and learning and stuff like that to do. She's not there. So my thing is instead of laughing and shit about with the messages and stuff like that, I started to feel some type of way because I went through that too. But it wasn't because I wasn't capable. It wasn't because I wasn't really gifted or anything like that. It was because I didn't know who I was and I did not know my worth. And certain people did. And so they wanted to treat me like how I was acting, like I didn't know it. It's just that they fucked up when I did realize it and they thought I still didn't know. Right? And then I started, it was like what I tell y'all, it was like people running after you with knives or something like that. And then out of nowhere, you end up running after all of them. And they all just out of nowhere, they all running. You understand? But you was the one just running. That's how it flipped. The script flipped with me and those people. But yeah. And it's like as much as you want all of that attention, you loving that attention and thriving off that attention, you need to step back and work on yourself. Get yourself together so you stop attracting those type of people and stop entertaining those type of people. That part. So I'm like, damn, God don't want me beefing with them ladies. I already knew that. I never wanted to in the first place. They was the ones started shit with me. Acting like they don't understand who they superior is. Period. They don't be wanting to learn from certain people sometimes. Oh, this lady out here snapping. She reminded me of me. Older woman. She got her black leather pants on. She got on a white t-shirt. She got her hat on her head and stuff like that. She going home. I don't know where she just came from. That's how I'm gonna be when I get older. I'm gonna still dressing nice. That part right there. It reminded me of me. I wore a similar outfit like that this year. Them it's monks outside cleaning up. It's a few of them. They across the street. and they clean outside around their house, around their yard. They got a gate around their whole yard. But they out here sweeping off the sidewalk and shit. You understand that part? Take care of your neighborhood, your environment, things like that. You said I'm wearing a prisoner shirt, demonic priest. Shit. I know you be hating already. Understand that part right there. And you stay hating, don't you? That part. You be hating all the time. That's what you like to do, hate on me. I ain't gonna lie though, I feel like it was the same thing. It's giving chain gang. They ain't gonna lie, it's giving chain gang. So I put a few curls in my hair, but they failed. But it do look like I'm finna go fix on cars and stuff, right? Pull up, pull up. I'm gonna do what Kevin Gates say. Looking at your car battery stop working. Put my hand on the battery. Looking at give you a jump start. That part. Give you a jump start. You need one. Or he said, you can use the energy from the sun and you can start a car. Oh, yes, you do. I don't know though. Do I want to or no? I took stuff off for me to cook for today, but I think I want something else. Who sent you here? That part. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That part. Who sent you? They be feeling like that sometimes, don't it? Who sent you? Oh, thank you, Bobby. That part right there. While I've been sitting here rubbing off my makeup the whole time, it was honestly real pretty. I did it real cute today. But I got a bad habit. I'm not used to makeup, so I will literally still be touching all on my face and everything. Just been rubbing my makeup off the whole time. Honestly. Every time I see Bobby, that's you, the same Bobby, don't it? I be like, Bobby, that be you, don't it? That I be saying that to you. Every time I see you, don't I do that? That's crazy. Yeah. I'm about to go back outside because usually I would have got my walk in first, but I actually came here first. Something told me to. When I'm glad I did. I feel good. It be those little bitty things, the little, little subtle small things make a big difference to your whole day, the energy and stuff like that. And and I'm kind of done with my coffee too. And I'm treating it just like it's a alcohol beverage, babysitting it. And then I was talking to that older man. He was like, "Girl, drink your coffee, cause I talk a lot. When I be talking, I be talking. That's crazy." He like, "Drink your coffee. I don't want your coffee to get cold." I knew it wouldn't though. It's still even warm. I got a latte. So they come hot unless you ask for it some other way. I wanted a latte today. And yesterday I got an iced coffee, caramel. She made that so good. I promise you, it was so good. I just knew I couldn't have another one today. It was sweet and it was good. And it's like you can't be doing all that. Can't you know? Okay, I'll be back to see you. Yes, thank you too. You too. Thank you. So I ain't gonna do too much.